What's going on, guys? It's Jackal here, and today I'm bringing you a new video, but this time it's more of a discussion video and it's going to be centered around Glaz. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but it's because I really wanted to get a lot of work done with Glaz before I formulate an actual opinion and put it out there. Now, a lot of people have been saying that he's OP. I mean, as you can see with the thermal scope there, with the high contrasting yellow to everything else, it is pretty damn strong. I'll agree with that because you don't have to worry about looking at the details and everything. But on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being completely game breaking, overpowered, just completely meta breaking, meta changing, all that, and 1 being severely underpowered, basically useless, with 5 being perfectly balanced. Just imagine it like a scale, you know, 5 being perfectly balanced. I would say Glaz is more along a 7 or 8 because even though he is strong in certain situations, he is actually quite weak. I'm not going to go through everything. It's just, I mean, you guys aren't dumb. Pretty sure y'all know when he can be pretty weak and when he's not that useful, because he's basically, all he is he's 2 things. He's information gathering and he's a slayer of an operator. He's just a killer and he just gives info. But the info, of course, is purely dependent on the player, whoever's using them. If they don't give out the information, then there goes one aspect to him that they're not using. You know what I mean? Now, why is he so strong? Again, it's just the circumference on his thermal scope. Like, that is a huge circle. You see that? And another thing is right here, that bright contrasting yellow, that needs to be changed. Now, this is my opinion, okay? So, real military thermal scopes, how they are, which I put together a few pictures here, just a couple. But you can see here is the black and white thermal imaging. You've probably seen it in tons of YouTube videos of AC-130s and all that military grade stuff that they actually use. Now the thing is look at this guy's feet, right? You see how his feet are almost the same color as the floor? I think this is what needs to happen with Glaz's thermal scope, because it still offers the defenders a chance to blend in a little bit, right? With certain parts being bright white, with like their face, hands, whatever. And you can see I just did a quick edit here, which is basically we take the thermal scope, the circle, and we just reduce it to that little itty bitty circle right there, that black and white circle, and just have the heat signatures black and white, just like that. And you can see even then, the only part that lets you know that that's an enemy is that it's bright, those bright white spots. If you do it that way, it nerfs Glaz, but also he maintains somewhat of a buff, and I think he will actually be pretty well perfectly balanced at that point. Reduce the area that he can actually see with the thermal scope, right? And make it so the contrast isn't so great on certain parts of the body. Put it to more where it's more of a black and white FLIR scope type of thing, you know? So basically, as you can see, when you're scanning around with Glaz now, you could basically watch 2 windows and just wait for the contrasting yellow, because before the thermal scope, you would have to actually pay attention to like the little details and all this stuff, and you know, just really figure out where the bad guy is. Like, is that a foot? Is that this? Is that, you know, is that a hand sticking out? Whatever. And they give the defenders a chance to pick you off if they had the angle. But now you don't have to worry about that. You just throw smoke, you could rush in just like that. And the thing is that the black and white thermal imaging, the smoke doesn't, you know, stop it. It still sees through it, which is fine. But since it's going to be black and white, chances are the defenders might have a little bit more of a chance to survive, because they could blend in a little bit better with the surroundings. You know what I mean? And reducing the thermal circle down to about how I just put it up earlier in that picture, you reduce the chance. You can't watch 2 windows at that point and just hoping for a bright yellow shoulder to come up. You actually have to kind of scan a little bit, and you know, if you want to use the thermal scope, either that or just pay attention to one window with the thermal and the other one just kind of wait to see if you see anybody, type of thing. So that's what I think needs to happen with Glaz. They need to reduce the thermal scope circumference a bit down to how I had it, and change the contrasting yellow to the black and white, because that's just too strong how it is now. Like, it's not to the point where it completely breaks the fucking game, but it is still strong. and his pick rate has gone up. It just skyrocketed. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if you noticed that right there, how quickly I zoomed out and zoomed back in on Cavera right here. But like that, it went. They need to change it so that when you're zooming back out and zoom in, it might be slow. You know, just make it a little bit slower. You know, that's way too quick, I think. So let me know what you guys think. I am open to discussion about this topic because this has been a hot topic for some time. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, like this video. I truly appreciate it. And subscribe for more content. I'm going to be posting plenty of more Rainbow Six Siege videos as well as other gameplay videos because I like to show the fun that I have with my friends and even some Twitch viewers. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. I will catch y'all next time. Jackal out.